Wait, you actually bought this thing? Maya, even my teenager drives something better than this budget disaster. Brianna held up my car key in front of everyone at Grandma's backyard barbecue, laughing like she'd just told the world's funniest joke. The whole family laughed with her. What they didn't know was what that key really meant. My name's Maya. I'm 26, and for as long as I can remember, I've been the practical one in a family obsessed with keeping up appearances. My cousin Brianna, luxury realtor, designer bags, leased BMW, Instagram perfect. My brother Jared works at a tech startup, drives a Tesla he can barely afford. Always talking about the next big thing. Me, I'm a freelance graphic designer, been building my client base for 3 years. Slowly, carefully. I lived in a small apartment, saved every dollar I could, didn't wear designer labels or flash money I didn't have. My parents loved to brag about Brianna's real estate deals and Jared's startup connections. But me? I was the one they worried about. The struggling artist who can't get a real job. I wasn't flashy. I didn't lease sports cars or post every win online. But I had something they'd never expect, a plan, patience, and proof I was building something real. Has your family ever treated you like this? Share your story below. I promise I read every single one. It all started the day I bought my first car, a 2015 sedan. Modest, reliable, paid in full. I was so excited. I'd saved for 2 years to buy it outright. No loans, no payments, just freedom. I drove straight to Grandma's monthly Sunday dinner to show everyone. Brianna's BMW was already parked out front. So was Jared's Tesla. I pulled up next to them, proud of what I'd accomplished. Brianna walked out first. She looked at my car, then at me, eyebrows raised. "Oh, honey, is that yours? I thought it was the neighbor's Nanny car." Jared laughed. "Maya, you know there are payment plans, right? You don't have to drive something from 2015. Aunt Lorraine came outside, wiping her hands on a dish towel. "Well, not everyone can afford to keep up. At least she has wheels." I tried to explain. "I saved up and bought it outright. I thought that was the responsible thing to..." Brianna cut me off. "Sweetie, that's not the flex you think it is. It just means you settled." The words hit harder than I expected. At the dinner table, the jokes didn't stop. Maya's little starter car. "When are you going to upgrade?" Uncle Greg leaned back in his chair. "When are you going to get a grown-up job, Maya? This freelance thing isn't cutting it." I tried to laugh it off. Smile. Pretend it didn't hurt. Grandma stayed quiet. Didn't defend me. Didn't say a word. Later, I saw Brianna pull out her phone, angle it toward my car, snap a photo. That night, she posted it to her Instagram story. Laughing emojis. Caption. "Some people really don't understand investment." I stared at my phone screen and felt my stomach drop. 2 weeks later, Mom mentioned a family dinner in passing. "Oh, we're celebrating Brianna's new listing tonight. Should be fun." I paused. "What dinner?" "The one at Marcello's. Didn't you see the group chat?" I checked. I wasn't in it. "Mom, I wasn't invited." She hesitated. "Oh, we didn't think you'd want to come. It's expensive and you're always saying you're budgeting." They didn't even ask. They just assumed. I said I had work to do and hung up. But the truth? I sat there staring at my laptop screen for 20 minutes, unable to focus. A month later, Grandma's birthday party, extended family, family friends, the whole crowd. Aunt Lorraine stood up in the middle of the living room and made an announcement. "Everyone, Brianna just leased a brand new BMW. Let's all congratulate her." Applause. Cheers. Brianna pulled out her phone to show photos. Then Aunt Lorraine turned to me, right in front of everyone. Maybe Brianna can give you some career advice, honey. Show you how to actually make money." The room laughed. I felt my face burn. I looked at my dad, waiting for him to say something. Anything. He just shrugged. "Well, you did choose a tough field, sweetheart." I excused myself to the bathroom and locked the door. I pressed my palms against the sink and fought back tears. But I didn't cry. I refused. A week later, Jared called me. "Hey, so my girlfriend's starting a business. She needs a logo. You can do that, right?" "Yeah, my rate's $800. Silence. Then he laughed. "You can't be serious. Family discount, come on." Brianna was in the background. I heard her voice clearly. "Jared, just hire someone professional. Maya's still learning anyway." I felt something snap inside me. "No. My rate is $800. That's what I charge." Jared's tone changed. "This is why nobody takes you seriously. You're selfish." He hung up. 10 minutes later, the family group chat exploded. Maya refused to help Jared. She's too proud. Not a team player. I read every message. Then I muted the chat. I stopped responding. Stopped defending myself. Stopped trying to explain. I focused on my work instead. And quietly, things started happening. I landed 2 major projects. Clients who valued my work, who paid on time, who respected my skill. But I didn't tell my family. Not yet. Because what they didn't know was that car wasn't just transportation. For the past year, I'd been working with Diane. She was my former design professor. 52. Brilliant, experienced. Together, we'd been quietly building a branding agency. The car I bought? That was a strategic choice. I could have leased something flashy, could have kept up appearances, but I chose to save my capital. Invested in the business instead. I'd just signed a contract with a mid-size regional brand, a complete rebrand. $45,000. We were also pitching to a national retail chain. And that key, Brianna mocked? It had a small keychain attached, a prototype logo of my soon-to-launch agency. They were so busy laughing they didn't even look close enough to see it. I kept the business quiet on purpose. Diane had warned me. "Don't announce until you're ready. Let the work speak first." So I waited. 3 weeks before launch, I met Diane at a coffee shop. She slid a folder across the table. "You ready to go public with this?" I hesitated, told her about the family situation, how embarrassed I felt. Diane didn't sugarcoat it. "Maya, people who peak early love to laugh at people who build slow. Let them laugh. We've got contracts they couldn't dream of." We finalized the launch plan, set the date. Meanwhile, the family arrogance got worse. Brianna posted constantly, success shots, subtle digs, Aunt Lorraine in the group chat. "Anyone know if Maya's still doing her little art thing? Haven't heard about any jobs lately?" Mom texted me privately. "Honey, maybe you should consider getting a more stable job. We're just worried." I kept my response short. "I'm fine, Mom. Trust me." 1 week before launch, I showed up at another family gathering. I overheard Brianna on the phone in the hallway. "Yeah, my cousin's the one who can't figure life out. Still playing with design apps." I stood there, frozen. Then I pulled out my phone and texted Diane. "I'm ready. Let's do this." Launch day. Diane and I held a professional event, announced the agency, revealed our client list, including the national retail chain contract. $120,000. The local business journal ran a feature story. I posted about it on social media. Humble, factual, professional. Within an hour, Brianna commented publicly, "Congrats." But she screenshotted it for the family group chat. "Wait, is this real?" Aunt Lorraine. "Probably exaggerating." 2 weeks later, Grandma's house. Another Sunday dinner. I showed up in the same car they'd mocked. Brianna was waiting outside, arms crossed, smirking. "So Maya, saw your post. That's cute. How's the little startup going?" I stayed calm. "It's going really well, actually." Uncle Greg jumped in. "Startups are risky, though. Most fail." I pulled out my phone, showed him the business journal feature. Jared glanced at it. "Okay, but a small feature doesn't mean profit." I nodded. "You're right, which is why I focus on contracts, not appearances." I told them about the retail chain deal. Conversationally, no boasting. The room went completely silent. Brianna's face changed. "Wait, that's like actual money." I pulled my car key from my pocket, held it up. "Yeah, that's why I bought that car you laughed at. I chose to invest in my business instead of leasing something I couldn't afford." I showed them the keychain, the small logo they'd been too busy mocking to notice. "That key you made fun of? It has my company logo on it. You were so busy laughing, you didn't even look close enough to see I was building something real." Aunt Lorraine tried to backtrack. "Well, we always knew you were talented." I cut her off. "No, you didn't. You told Brianna to give me career advice. You said I needed to get a real job." I turned to Jared. "And you wanted me to work for free while calling me unprofessional." He tried to deflect. "I was joking." "No, you weren't. And that's okay. I don't need you to take me seriously anymore. My clients do. My business partner does. That's enough." Grandma spoke for the first time all night. "Maya, I'm proud of you." I looked at her, softly. "Thank you, Grandma. That means a lot." I left early, not because I was angry, because I was finally at peace. I sat in my car, the same one they'd mocked, and I felt genuinely free. The family group chat exploded after I left. I muted it. Mom called later that night. "I didn't realize how serious you were. I tried to tell you. You just didn't listen." Brianna sent a private message. "Congrats for real. I didn't mean to be harsh." I didn't respond. Weeks passed. The agency thrived, and I still drive that same modest car. For once, their silence didn't hurt me. It freed me. I finally understood I never needed their approval. I just needed to believe in myself long enough to prove I was right. If you've ever had to stand up to family betrayal, hit subscribe and tell me your story. Where are you watching from? Drop it below. I always check. Maybe you're building something right now that people don't see yet. Maybe they're laughing at your budget car or your little side project. Keep going. Let them laugh. Your success will be the loudest response you never have to say out loud. Drop a comment if you've ever been underestimated. I read every single one.